Seth is the vision and sensibility behind America's most profitable and popular cartoon series, Family Guy.
As mentioned earlier, Mattel's concept of origination refers to a single author giving birth to a work in its entirety. This usually conjures up romantic images of the novelist, delicately crafting a narrative with near complete creative control over the elements within. However, this idea can also apply to the creation of the concept in which a television program is framed. Family Guy and its over-the-top style, for example, originated with Seth during his career at Hanna-Barbera.
Today, this is one of my favorite stories. When I was working there, it was right around the time that Hanna-Barbera they were trying to get themselves back into the primetime business. I would say they've been out for a while, and they were having this resurgence on Cartoon Network, and they said, let's get back into the primetime business. And I said, well, I have this show, Family Guy, this idea that might fit that bill. And
it is important to remember that television, animation or otherwise, is a highly collaborative medium. Attributing authorship through origination can trivialize the ongoing creative process of a serialized program. That said, it can be useful in identifying the driving creative vision behind a particular work, especially in the case of a more involved creator like Seth. Of course, Seth's involvement is much more than merely thematic. He is responsible for Family Guy's creation in a very literal way, as he produced the pilot episode almost entirely by himself.
And they gave me about $50,000 to do a pilot, which is about 1/20th of what most pilots cost. And they said, if you can do this thing for 50 grand, we'll give you a shot at a series. And I spent the next 6 months, staying up all night, animating this thing by hand, and making, this 11-minute presentation piece. And at the end of 6 months, finally, I presented it to them, and I remember getting a call.
Seth's role in the pilot is important because, even though it can't match the technology of the newest episodes,
just in time.
The pilot laid the groundwork for many of the common tropes of the series that we see today. In this way, Seth can claim Family Guy as something uniquely his own.
Ha ha!